sound. Somebody's gonna buy this. While I was in Hawaii, there was this yearning to learn the Asian healing techniques. I wasn't into karate, I wasn't into kung fu, but I was into more of Tai Chi and Qigong, which was more in the healing arts, not so much self-defense. And I started hanging out at 5 different monasteries, learning different religions from Buddhism to Hinduism. My grandfather was a Methodist minister, so that made me a Christian. So I knew all about the Bible. I knew all about it. I grew up in a church, but I knew there was something else going on. I was 21 years old, trying to, and while I was there for like the first 2 years, I learned from all these monks on how to heal people from using medicine, these holistic ways. And one, Tai Chi in a way, and Qigong, they actually, in my opinion, they actually use Reiki type of healing, because their hands heat up so hot that they could boil water. But I didn't get to that point, but my hands heat up really well, and that's what they use to heal people. Because I would watch all these people with aches and pains, and they would just lay their hands on these people where the pain was, and some weren't even touching them, and they cured that body. And so I started learning that. And that's the first thing I learned was what they called hands-on healing. It was an exchange of chi. Chi being energy that you generate within your body. We all have it. There's no one excluded. You wouldn't be alive if you didn't have chi. But what the healers do is they concentrate it and they focus it into their hands. What they do is they gather all the energy, the chi in their body, and shoot it through the bone marrow. Bone marrow is the key. It goes through the bone marrow into your fingers or in your hands. And that's what they use to heal. Now, that was back in the 70s. And I learned a lot of those ways of how to heal the body. Just by using the chi in your body to cure that person's energy. And most of the time, the illnesses in your body is because the vibration of that organ, the vibration of a certain muscle, they all have a different vibration. And what you're doing is you're putting it back into the vibrational field that it was first born with. It's the way you're born. And that's what Reiki and energy, hands-on, not just Reiki, hands-on healing, vibrational healing, is because of the heat in the hands, it vibrates that organ, that part of the body that either is getting enough energy from their own body, and what you're doing is enhancing the chi flow into that area. And that puts it back in its original frequency, the vibrational field of that area of the body that is messed up. That's what that is. But now, that was back in the 70s. They didn't have a name for it, not the Chinese guys or the Koreans. When I got here, all of a sudden, Reiki became kind of out there. People were starting to recognize what Reiki is. Reiki is a life force energy from the universe that's directed through your body into another person's body to help their body back to its original vibratory field. Yes, there's a lot of different explanations, but Reiki is just pure energy from the universe, from God, from the Spirit, being channeled through your body into the person that you want to heal. But now it's called Reiki. It came from Japan. Dr. Isui. Dr. Isui went on a pilgrimage when he was older and went to Tibet, India. Traveled to Tibet and to China. to learn these techniques. And also you hear of the Reiki master symbols. A lot of them are from Tibet. And it was this God and spirit downloaded it to him. So Reiki actually comes from Tibet and China by way of Usui, and then changed it to Usui changed it to more of a way that we all can use it. So he was a forerunner of Reiki. It's like everybody, like we take information from different parts of the world, and then we put it together through guidance of spirit, and he called it Reiki. And now it's pretty well mainstream. The last thing I read was 5% of the hospitals in the United States have Reiki practitioners and they have a room for that alone.
Really?
Yeah. So it's not, woo stuff anymore. It's pretty legitimate. It does help. It soothes the body. It helps all ailments. All the things that are wrong with you, including cancer, and our issues of our body, are all based on emotional attitudes that we have about that certain thing. It's all based on emotion. Most of it is most like your liver. It's because you're being hateful. There's shame, there's guilt that really causes us to misfunction. And those are negative issues. Well, if you think it, your body is going to feel it. It's pretty simple.